Hello and welcome to Season 2 of Read Me a Nightmare. I'm your host, Angelique Fons, and this season we are taking the podcast in a slightly different direction. Rather than focusing on radio play short stories, I'm just going to talk to my friends and talk about writing, selling stories, and help us all sell more short stories in the new year. Anyway, our very first episode has a very special guest, one of my favorites, Ida Easter, and she has been on the podcast not one, but two times before. And she currently has an open call for her magazine, Last Girls Club, and I am never bored when I talk to Ida. So hold on to your underpants. Here we go. Okay, hi everyone. I'm here today with one of my favorite people, Ida Easter of the Last Girls Club magazine. All right, let's chat. You're open now.
Hi. We're live.
That's right.
Well, you wanted to talk about this theme for spring, which is haunted. And I was like, I don't haunted treehouse, haunted sub, haunted warren, I don't care. Like, let's do something light because the winter issue was secret police, ice, and desperate times.
Right.
Which
So very dark, but
very serious, very boots on the ground right now. And I was like, let's move it over to a little Shirley Jackson haunted, like lighten up, which is I think is kind of funny that's lightening up for us.
oh, I love it. Yeah, I think ghost
So,
stories are like absolutely the most fun. No, speaking,
oh,
Shirley Jackson. I mean, that's one of my favorite, what is it, House on Haunted Hill, one of my favorite books and movies of all times.
favorite line, and the furniture laughed. That
Yeah.
was just so like, ah, ah, ah.
Oh
Like
yeah, no.
everything's coming for you. An evil ottoman. I mean, come on. Who thinks like that? You're now
You
staring at your ottoman,
are,
right?
yeah, should we look in a mirror? 'Cause okay, so tell me, Ida, what is there about Last Girls Club? Like you like the feminine gaze, right? That's definitely a
Yes.
feminist slant. I'd say it's punk rock feminist would be my
Yeah.
call on your magazine.
Angry women. I
Angry.
realized like I'm taking a villain challenge right now, and we had to decide what our vision was at the very base of it, like at the kernel, the root of what drives you. And I'm like, angry women are not crazy.
No.
And I just see so much of that, of, uh most of my favorite characters, they would kill or burn. You know what I mean? They had to kill them or they had to modify and suddenly be happy and go get married.
Oh God.
You know, like the Cruella de Vil, the second one, Disney's. Oh, I hated that. Some awful. I thought it was right in my wheelhouse. I thought, oh my God, like the coloring, Paris, design, like all this stuff. And I'm like, you mean she was an awful person because she wanted to have a career and she was really good at it and wasn't willing to give it up for a kid? Like I was looking at it and I was looking at how they were making her evil.
So which movie was this? I don't think I saw this
This was
one.
the one where Cruella de Vil is the younger one and she bullies her two little sidekick guys.
Okay, I haven't
And her
seen it.
mother is like Glenn Close or something. It was a while ago, but it got on my tits for sure.
Okay, so I'm not, if I don't want to be enraged, I won't watch it because yes,
You should watch it though, because it's insidious. Disney's insidious for enforcing norms for girls.
and we're gonna
Insidious.
and we're all tank girl around here.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I know I always
Like,
like to love like I love the evil heroines. They're absolutely my favorite because I think we all need to be a little bit more villainous. You
mm-hmm.
know? I mean, I look back and I wonder how many years I spent caring whether people liked me and if I was nice. I'm like, I don't give a shit if you think I'm nice. As long as I think I'm nice and I'm fair, but making sure everybody likes me, you're not going to
Oh
win
yeah.
anyway. You're not going
That's
to
that's how they hobble you. That's how they keep you quiet,
win.
is
Yeah,
not wanting to be disliked, which I have my own struggles. And it's
right.
for as
Yeah.
amazing as that seems to some people, I do edit. I know some people are like, you do not. And I'm like,
Even
there's a
it
lot to
even
get
goes
leave. There's a lot on the cutting room floor, I can tell you.
I can't even imagine what an unedited Eden would be like. It's not, this world couldn't contain it. That would be it.
Well,
You'd have to have
we'll
another
see.
planet or quantum reality for that, I think.
At the end of this villain challenge, we'll see.
Ooh.
But I'm learning really interesting things about the villain role, which is they're not the bad guy. They're the mirror to the hero. The
Uh,
antagonist to the protagonist is the mirror to the hero. They're the one that's organized. They're the one that's planning. They're the one that has a vision. The hero just kind of bumps along all into it and goes, oh, and is always like improvising. The villain has a view, a goal, and they stick to it. That's why a lot of villains are so impressive because they've planned, they have a to-do list, they've organized,
that's true. If
they've
you
gotten
look at
cohorts.
right, and the best villains, of course, are also sympathetic on some level. I mean, this is what I have to think about, and I think about it in my own life and in my writing and in what I read, is that everybody is the villain in somebody else's story because the villain's the hero in their own story and their motivations make perfect sense to them. I mean, I'm not going to get political on this because it's not that kind of podcast, but some people do heroic things thinking they're heroic when they're actually very villainous. So, but then they position themselves as, look at me, I'm saving the world, or I'm this, or I'm that. And then it is interesting because I have had a situation, when you've had, spent your whole life trying to be liked, like a lot of us, women of our
Mm-hmm.
generation. And then when you do find out somebody doesn't like you, you're shocked. And then you're like, oh my God. I mean, I try to be so nice, but then you see, so I remember I once made an off-color joke to somebody and they took it completely the wrong way. And I meant it innocently, but like I truly hurt their feelings. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm
And
the
then after that, everything you said was loaded.
That's right.
Everything was geared toward hurting them. You were malevolent. You were cheerful malevolence.
I
And that just made it
love that.
worse.
I kind of love being cheerfully malevolent. Sounds actually like an awesome way to go through
I
2026.
was like, how do you think how many mothers have kept their daughters in line? They're cheerfully malevolent, just
That's true.
blowing up their everything for their daughters all the time. They're the ones that still have those little nude pictures of their daughter in the bathtub or the embarrassing pic that they show the boyfriend at prom, you
Whose
know?
mother are you talking about? I would never do that. That's awful. But
It was a joke when we were kids, remember?
oh, that's right. Of course, I mean, I have, I think we all
Like,
do have the
oh,
nude
this is the
bathroom
picture we'll
photo.
be showing your prom date,
Oh my
you
God.
know? The horrible school picture where you're like, with the horrible haircut. God, I got a couple of those that the glasses I was wearing, I look cross-eyed. So
So for my prom date, my entire family lined up and peered out the door like they'd never actually seen me go on a date, which I had, okay, maybe not many, but a couple. And it was so humiliating because it's like, have you ever been on a date before? As all the little faces are at the door. Because, there was
I
four
was
kids in the
thinking
house I grew up
she's
with.
leaving the
So
cave.
it's like, oh my God. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. I don't even want to go down that path anymore. But it's interesting going forward to think about that, though. So, anyway, for people who want to submit to the Last Girls Club, definitely the female gaze, and don't be afraid to like go deep into your female
Yes.
rage.
Well, even the little things that anger you, make them bigger. The little, because
I think
like,
that's like the opposite advice you get from most people. Take the
because
little things and blow them up.
microaggressions. Do you remember we never heard of microaggressions probably
No,
even 5 years ago,
nope.
10 years ago? Nobody knew what a microaggression was, but those build. And now that we name them, those things are like monsters. If you name them, you recognize them when you see them. I never knew what a duende was.
I don't know
And
what
then
a
when I
duende
saw
is
what a
now
duende
either.
was,
What is it?
um, oh God, what was his name? Famous Spanish artist. They had I took a class on witches and I can't remember the name. It's killing me because it's a very common artist. Um, but duendes, they're also Mexican folklore too, and they're like gremlins. They're like
Oh, right.
gnomes,
I have heard of
but
them.
they're
Yes.
assholes. But you can please them. You have your household duendes. And if you're nice to them, like the little bowl of milk or whatever, the extra little pan dulce on the windowsill, then they're kind of cool. They kind of help you out. They got a lot of strength. They move fast and they're really small and they're kind of like hairy old men.
Who doesn't love hairy old men?
Especially little tiny ones that might be under your bed. Yeah, if we name these monsters, then we recognize them. And if you think microaggressions are just those tiny little, just, oh, that was sweet of you, dear. Oh, we didn't need your help. Oh, or just undercutting you again and again and again and again. And then, you end up blowing up the office just because you've had enough.
I
The hatchet
talking about
spree,
there. Yes.
poisoning the town's water.
Yeah, no. No,
But no, the stories this time, I did say Shirley Jackson because we didn't want them. I don't want the monster up front. I want lost days. I want hidden journals that people found. I want, the urban legend and the howl in the forest, and
oh,
the
nice.
lights dimming and lightning and dimming and lightning, when someone
Yep.
walks in a room. Like I want the creeping terror for this one. Let's go old school.
Okay, I might have to finally write another one for you. I'm getting quite inspired here.
Right.
Speaking,
It's a little less blood and guts.
I want to talk about what you're doing with your writing in this year. Like, where are you planning to take your own writing?
Oh gosh. Mm. I want to finish my grief book. I
Okay.
want to, yeah, it was widowed, and at first it was widowed 2 stars. Um, didn't enjoy. And
Okay,
then
0 stars. Do not recommend.
yeah, it was 2 stars, do not recommend. But then I changed it to widowed 5 stars, rocky start, excellent ride,
Okay.
because I learned things about myself. And but I still have stuff. I still have stuff I'm dealing with, and I'm taking the stuff that I journaled. And I had a writing teacher who was like, "What I love about this isn't a self-help book. This is how out of it you get. Like this is how crazy you get." And moving out here to help my parents, my mom and my best friend both said, I hate to say this, but I'm glad Scott went first because now you can help us through it too. And
Okay.
I'm like, yes, always glad to be your test monkey. Okay, I'm writing projects, writing. I'm trying to finish this villain thing, but there is um
Which is a course, and I will link to it in the show notes if anybody's interested.
yes.
And it is a fill-in course.
It was I paid $369, but I think it was a holiday um price. But there's a couple of books that I have already scheduled out. Like not scheduled out, but written the plot, written the chapters as far as what's in each chapter, have it completely charted out. And one is called SS Mother.
Oh, no.
And
I love
I
the name.
put it
I love the
together
title.
years ago. Yeah, it's remember how people could retire and they retired to cruise ships because they have the medical and the food and all that. It was cheaper than an old folks home, right? I was imagining, what if like it was a smaller cruise ship and it was full of retirees, and when they would descend on the island, all the island people were like, oh God, oh crap, because these people would like try to get the lowest price, and we're always like wanting to eat dinner at 4, just like threw everything off, and we're like just complain the whole time.
Oh, that's
So
hilarious. That sounds like a comedy, a dramedy. You've got to do that.
it is, but there's mafia and there's drug running and there's all kinds of stuff
Well, I
in
can't
it.
wait. You know what? You should also continue. I love this story. You're like Killer RV. You wrote a book called Killer RV about two middle-aged women who go on a vigilante killing spree, and it's hilarious. I loved
I've
it.
had a lot of requests for part 2.
Ida, do it. Do it. And I will link in
Killer
the show
series.
notes to like, I think I have you reading a chapter of it. So I'm going to link to it in the show notes for people.
Oh
Killer,
my gosh,
yeah.
Killer Cruise.
Killer Cruise. Oh, that's it. It's part two. Killer Cruise. We're figuring things out here. I kind of love it.
Oh my God. Yes, for sure. For
Well,
sure.
now that I've helped you plan your future for 2026, why don't you tell people where they can find you and when maybe some final notes on your open call.
Okay. www.lastgirlsclub.com. is what I'm focused on right now. Killer RV, you can find on Amazon, and it's under Ida H. Easter or Ida Obi, Obey, which
I
was my
will link
married
to it in
name.
the show notes too. So there you go. Yeah.
That's it right now. I'm kind of hermiting. I'm collecting.
Okay. I love it.
I'm ruminating. I'm plotting. What are you doing? What's your 2026 writing, girl?
Oh, that might be that has to be a whole nother podcast episode because we've run
Oh,
out of time and
we always chat too much. We
I
always do. We're
know
always
it's a
like,
thing.
we always
It's
have
a
to
thing.
circle back to the subject. We're like, blah, blah, blah. Circle back to the original question.
That's right. So we'll do it. We'll plan a part two and we'll talk about my 2026 goals because this one
I
was
think
all
you deserve to talk about your goals too.
it'll be we'll do it. We'll schedule it for next week or something.
I'm down. I'm down.
Because
Let's
this is
do
so
this.
fun. I just love you. It's so fun
I love you
always.
too. And I love being able to talk about random things that still have to do with writing. And I might have a few more things honed in
We'll do it. And then you can help
on my
me decide.
plan.
Like now that I know you're writing Killer Cruise, you can maybe help me determine where I should be going.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to write it. It was a random thought. Now I have to write it.
It's going to be great. And I love the fact that you'll be continuing the character, like you got to put the characters from the book. No, they died at the end though, didn't they?
No.
No, they didn't tell
One
Elise.
went
I
to
can't remember.
prison and she'll probably get let out,
And then
because she
Killer
has
Cruise
metastatic
begins.
cancer, and then her cancer went into remission. She was like, never mind that just plot point. I don't want to really, but she's alive.
Okay, good.
She's alive, still kicking, still me.
Okay, there you go. And then now they're going to be on the cruise ship. And then, it's so great because then once you link to them, because people love reading in series, there's no better way to
Yeah.
market book one than with book two, right? So
It's just like I'm like, God, who am I gonna kill this time?
I can give you lots of suggestions.